Hey everybody, this is Cameron from Obnoxious and Anonymous, and welcome to the Queen of Hearts update video slash 24-hour Twin Peaks thought of the day planning video. Um, we are 2 days away from doing the most insane thing I've ever tried on this channel, which is the 24-hour live stream. Now, what's going to happen is we're probably going to break it down into 4 6-hour Twin Peaks Thought of the Day videos, starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time on the 30th and going all the way until 6 a.m. on the 31st. The reason why I'm doing this is to bring attention and also hopefully bring in the rest of the money for the Queen of Hearts Twin Peaks fan film that I want to make. Here's where we are in terms of that. We are about $50 away from hitting the $7,000 mark and $18,000 away from hitting the total that I need to even get any of the donations, to begin with. So the goal is $25,000. If the campaign does not reach that $25,000, then I don't get anything, and all the money you've donated will be refunded back to you. So there's not really a way to lose here. You either get your money back or the film gets made. So that's kind of a cool thing. The campaign has been kind of waiting, if you will, for the last couple of weeks. It's been kind of just hanging out in that $6,000 range here. Like I said, I'm about $52 away from hitting the 7,000 mark. But obviously we need to get a lot more. Now, what's so incredible is this project is getting a ton of support online. A lot of you guys are liking the comments and the tweets and the posts and all that, and it's being retweeted and all that great stuff. And even a lot of the Twin Peaks celebrities and people high up in the Twin Peaks fan community, they're liking it and retweeting stuff. So that is great. However, that has not translated into a lot of donations coming in, which is kind of a shame. So like I'm getting like really excited, really can't wait to start working on this thing. And then there's just no movement. There has actually been movement in several days now, and unfortunately. But hopefully we will get that changed over the next couple days. The campaign has just about 11 days left. So it's not a lot of time, but sometimes campaigns typically bring in the most money in that last week because everybody knows that if it doesn't reach that goal, then the project doesn't get made at all. Most of you guys have been wonderful and supportive, and that's fantastic. There's a few people on Facebook that are just complete jerks about it. They're just like, ugh, who wants to see anything about Twin Peaks that's not made by David Lynch? I don't know. I loved a lot of season 1 and season 2, and a lot of those episodes weren't directed by David Lynch. So it is possible, guys. And again, this is a fan film. This isn't something that, you have to accept as gospel, as fact, as canon. Although in my estimation, that's how I'm approaching it, which is, if I was hired to make something in the Twin Peaks lore, what would I do? What would I make that would not, offend the canon per se? So that has always been my goal and attempt. So anyway, but yeah, this Saturday, I'm going to be doing the 24-hour Twin Peaks Thought of the Day video, which to me is absolutely insane. A lot of people I know are just like, you're crazy, Cameron, you're crazy. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to just drive you crazy. I don't know. I mean, you know me. I can talk. So I'm not too worried about it. But what I'd like to have is a lot of guests on here. We're going to have a lot of time to fill. So obviously there's going to be, most of the people, if not all of them, that have, been frequent contributors to this channel. Hopefully Hal and Mandy and Eric and Annie and everybody else, that Frank and, all these wonderful people that just bless me on a regular basis by coming on this channel. And Joey, hopefully, we'll just have just a total Twin Peaks loving during that day. However, this is what I was thinking about. Do you remember the day of the finale? It seems like a lifetime ago, but it was only a few months ago, where I just said, hey, if you guys want to come on, and we'll have a great time. So I'm going to extend that invitation again because I have a lot of time to fill, and I would love to meet so many of you. So if you guys are interested in coming on this podcast, this video podcast, anytime during that 24 hours, just send me an email, or preferably an email to obnoxiousandanonymous@hotmail.com. It will be in the link in the notes below. Let me know you're interested in coming on. Obviously, I'll recognize most of your names, and I'll be like, cool. I'll throw out the link and invite you guys on. I would love to meet so many of you. I used to do that a while ago, which is just do these random Twin Peaks thought of the day videos and bring a lot of you guys on here. And that was a lot of fun. So I would like to do that again for the finale. So, or like I did with the finale, I should say. Yeah, let's do this. So if you guys want to come on, send me an email, and hopefully we will be able to get you on. That would be amazing and fantastic to meet all of you. Okay. So, oh, and one more thing. If you guys know of people you would like to see on this show, send them a message, send them a Facebook message, send them a tweet, let them know that you would like to see them on. I'm going to be reaching out to a lot of people over the next couple of days to see, who would be interested in coming on. But, if you want to see Amy Shields on, if you want to see Heather Graham on, if you want to see Peggy Lipton on, or whoever, just start tweeting them, start messaging them, and let them know. I say, hey, listen, there's going to be a 24-hour, stream going on this Saturday. If you're interested, let them know. like this post, like this tweet, and I will do my best to reach out to them and see about getting them on, because that would be amazing to have some obviously celebrities coming on and gracing us with their presence. So, all right, guys, I am going to try to open up this chat without blowing out my ears and see who's all here. Sorry for the impromptu video, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, okay, we have Charlie says, can't wait. I hope you have a lot of coffee. I don't think I'm going to be drinking a lot of coffee. I have mochas. I don't drink black coffee. Black is moonlight. Black is midnight on a moonless night. Not quite my cup of tea, but, Shirley says, happy days. Constantine says, hey, don't you have $18,000 in your bank account? Use it. Well, here's the thing, Constantine. I've said this before. I'll say it again. Like, I can't make a penny on this project, not even a single cent. So it would be stupid of me to just completely use every penny I could maybe, borrow from friends and family to make something I can't, make a single penny on. So a large number of you actually, when I mentioned that I would love to do a fan film, a lot of you guys reached out and sent me emails and Facebook messages saying, hey, you know what? I really want to see it. Listen, I'll donate this and this much and this much to it if you do it. So I figured out the budget, figured out what I needed. And then I looked at what people were saying they were willing to throw in and contribute and help out. So that's where the 25,000 came from. That being said, the majority of the people who said that they would do that haven't come through. So that's why the campaign has just been like lingering in terms of the total raised so much. So it's been kind of frustrating, because it's like, well, I thought you guys said you were going to help out with this, and then they don't show up. And as for me putting my own money in, yes, a lot of my money is going into this. That's going in on top of the 25,000. So the 25,000 is what I would need from everybody else, and then I'm throwing in an extra 8,000 to 10,000 myself. So it's going to be a bigger project than even the Indiegogo campaign even suggests. But yeah, I'm not going to throw in $35,000 into a project that I can't make a single penny on. But yeah, I understand where you're coming from. Let's see here. Mark says, can you do the film without getting to 25,000? Well, here's the thing. The 25,000, is to get, obviously, actors, crew, good cameramen, locations, permits, it's travel expenses. It's basically allowing me to make the film that I want to make, as opposed to trying to do the $500 version where it's just a mad dash and scramble, and it turns out horrible. Then it will look like some stupid thing that somebody shot on a camcorder, running through the woods. And nobody wants that. I don't want to see that. To me, Twin Peaks needs to be quality. It has to be the best it can be. And I don't want to, insult something that I grew up my entire life loving. So I would like to just make it properly. Charlie says, what happens if you end up only getting around 20,000? Well, then all the money that's donated towards the campaign gets refunded back to all the donators. Let's see. Charlie says, do you have any connections with anyone from the Welcome to Twin Peaks website? Would be great if they could post about it on the site or social media. Yes, I agree, Charlie. It would be great if they would. But obviously, the guy who runs the website, Peter Dom, for whatever reason, he has chosen not to advertise this. So I have suspicions as to why, but it's basically he and other people who used to run the Bring Back Twin Peaks, which became the Twin Peaks Worldwide Facebook page. They used to have like a constant back and forth war with each other. And because one of those people used to be a frequent contributor on these videos, James, who now runs his own YouTube show, Twin Peaks Coffee Time, that even though I had nothing to do with those wars, I got lumped into it as being, oh, well, you have James on your show, so therefore you are with them. And so Peter Dom kind of put a blacklist on me. It seems like, at least. I've reached out to him several times, and I've never heard anything back from him in years. So yeah, he doesn't seem too interested in helping to promote this. It would be great if he did. It would be a sign of good faith and all that. But I've had other people tell me that they've tweeted out to him. They've messaged him about the project. They haven't heard anything back. So that's where we are there. It's unfortunate. It's a shame. But I think he's also trying to stay in Showtime's good graces as well. And, only do and promote things that are official Twin Peaks, which I understand. But yeah, if you wanted to talk about it, that would be great. We've got basically about 10 days left. Let's see. Carolina says, looking forward to the marathon. Sounds like a lot of fun. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun for all you guys watching that. We'll see how I feel about 9 hours into it. See if my voice can make it. Let's see. Mark says, don't you think it's kind of an insane task to be able to make it to $25,000 in the next 11 days? I know you're doing the 24-hour video, but what do you think realistically? Well, Mark, let's break it down. This campaign has been up for 30 days now. I chose to have it be a 40-day campaign. So do I think it's insane to try to make 25,000 in the next 11 days? Sure. But it's had 30 days already to get there. So you do what you got to do. Also, I am friends with people who, have done 24-hour just audio podcasts, and they've managed to raise like $50,000 in a day. So, hey, it's possible. It's possible. Can only do your best and see what happens. Carolina says you should announce this on Reddit. You know what? Somebody already has announced it on Reddit, and I got one additional post, and that was it. So I don't think many people are if it doesn't have David Lynch's name attached to it, and also I think the stigma of fan film, gets people nervous because they know what fan films sometimes look like, even though I really enjoy them. A lot of people just go, oh, I don't want to go anywhere near that. But unfortunately, I have to include that into the title, the fan film, because that is per Showtime, CBS instructions on how to do fan films with properties that they own. So I have to announce it as something that people won't confuse as something official. That's why I have to say a Twin Peaks fan film. Elijah says, yes, the $500 version of Queen of Hearts would look like Inland Empire. Hey, to some people, that would be a good thing. To me, that would be like a nightmare. Anyway, I am testing out this new thing on Google Hangouts, which allows people to see the link and where to go to donate at all times, which is cool. I didn't have this option the other day during our Fire Walk with Me watch along. But yeah, someone pointed out that I can do this through Google Hangouts too, so that helps out. All the other programs that would allow me to have something like this were going to cost me like $1,000 a year, and no, thank you. Reggie says, "What will be the most costly item in your film?" Well, believe it or not, there isn't a lot of things that are like, wow, this thing's just going to cost a fortune. It's just cumulative. It's just a bunch of things that are like 400, $500 that just all collectively just add up. Charlie says, if there's anyone I trust to make a Twin Peaks fan film, it's you. Thank you. Thank you so much, Charlie. Hopefully you guys have seen the 2 little promotional videos I made for this. One was sort of a narration with Annie, and another one was sort of a kind of mood piece. And I thought they both turned out really well, and you guys seem to really enjoy them. So yeah, I just think this film would be so incredible. And I'm trying to do everything I can to try to raise awareness for it and hopefully be able to make it. So yeah, this channel may be kind of like a giant infomercial over the next like week, but I'm sure you understand why. If there's any other questions or comments, I will take those. If not, let me just repeat that this Saturday from 6 a.m. till Sunday, 6 a.m., we're going to be doing the 24-hour live stream. If you would like to come on the video at any point, just let me know. Send me an email to obnoxiousandanonymous@hotmail.com, and I will do my best to get you on there. And yeah, we'll just talk Twin Peaks for 24 hours. Sounds like a blast. And if you guys would like to see anybody on the show, any of the Twin Peaks celebrities or anybody like that, send them a Facebook message, tweet at them, and let them know that there's going to be a 24-hour stream and you would like to see them as a guest on there. And if they're interested, I'll reach out to them. And I'll be contacting people myself over the next few days, trying to get an idea of who is available, who's not. I'm hoping during, a 24-hour stream that people will have at least maybe 5-10 minutes of their day that they can, throw at us. Cool news is that like last night, I got a notification on Twitter that David Patrick Kelly was going around liking the tweets about Queen of Hearts and stuff like that. So, again, there's a lot of support out there, guys, from all of you and people in the Twin Peaks community. But it's just, for whatever reason, just not translating into even $1 coming in, which is interesting to me, that there can be something with so much support. Seems like a lot of people want to see the film, but they're not interested in helping to make it, which is weird because before I launched the campaign, there were so many people contacting me saying, I really want to help you make it. I'll throw in $50. I'll throw in $100. And Mark's saying, it's, how realistic is it? Well, if you break it down, it's like 200 people throwing in $100. And I get thousands sometimes on these videos. So it really isn't that hard. It's just a numbers game at this moment here. Reggie says, you should watch all of Lynch's films on the stream. I did think about that. I did think about doing a Blue Velvet watch along this week and a Wild at Heart watch along this week. Although here's the thing, the only reason why I would nervous about doing that on the 24-hour stream, although I think it's an ideal place, is that let's say somebody does come on. Let's say Amy Shields comes on. Well, we can't be talking Blue Velvet with Amy Shields, so we'd have to everybody would have to stop the watch along and then do the discussion with Amy Shields and then resume. If that's cool with you guys, then sure, that would be something we could do. If not, then we're just going to keep it open so people can just kind of come in and out as they want. Constantine says, do you want to just shoot this fan film, or do you want to start your director career with this? Well, actually, I've already made films. So this isn't quite starting my directing career. I just want to make the best Twin Peaks film I can make. So that's where that's coming from. But yeah, so I really appreciate you guys tuning in, and supporting this channel and supporting the film as best you can. I really appreciate it. Reggie says, I think people would be fine pausing the film for any celebrities. Okay, cool. Well, then I will consider that. I will, what I'll do is maybe I'll set up separate live streams. So let's say from like 6 a.m. till 10 in the morning Pacific time, it will be a Twin Peaks thought of the day. And then that will, maybe go from, 10 to 12 would be Blue Velvet or Eraserhead. And then, and just kind of, maybe we can make our way through that. Although I will not be doing Inland Empire, especially in the middle of the night, because we'll all be like this through the whole video. So I don't think I could talk anybody into watching that movie live with me. that would want to that isn't into some sort of sadomasochism on some point, on some aspect of their lives. Shirley says, what if you offered parts in your film for a big donation? Already there, Shirley. All you gotta do is look at the perks for the campaign. It is already there. Constantine says, I want to see your film. I appreciate that. Reggie says we should do an Inland Empire drunk watch along. Oh boy. No. Constantine says the link to what? To the campaign? It should be right underneath my name, or underneath the in the little bar thing. But yeah, I think that that could be fun. I would love to do that, because then it would be sort of like a giant Lynch celebration day as well, which would be great. Because but then again, if you have like just people kind of constantly coming in and out, and there's a lot of you that want to come on this podcast, we could theoretically just do a full-on Twin Peaks discussion for 24 straight hours. I mean, it's not impossible to do that either. Norman says, no fully unabridged Inland Empire during the last 6 hours and sleep deprivation. It may be total performance art on its own. Oh my, that would be insane. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. So George says, so does 24 hours mean 24 hours? Yes, it means 24 hours. There will be probably a 5 to 10 minute break in between each video, just so I can grab something to eat, use the bathroom, that kind of thing. But whatever time we lose in that time, it will be time gained at the end. So if it ends up being 20 minutes in between, then I'll end up going to like 6:30 in the morning on the 31st. Constantine says, links to your other films. I used to have them on here. However, those YouTube channels are unfortunately gone now. When Google took over YouTube, they started deleting videos and deleting channels. And, I had obviously music and stuff that Google and YouTube didn't agree with. So it got yanked. And unfortunately, the computer that has a lot of that stuff on here is dead. My Power Mac G5 is dead, so I need to get some parts to fix that. So otherwise, I would be throwing up things from some of my other stuff, but unfortunately, it is what it is. So Myra says, will you have to give Twin Peaks and Showtime half of the money with you using the same names they came up with first? No, it's a fan film, Myra. It's a fan film. As long as you are stating that it is a fan film and you are, not making it for profit, then you're good. Also, you can't raise more than $50,000 to make your fan film. Which at this point we're not even close to that, so I don't have to worry about that. Like let's say, for instance, the fan film was raising $75,000. Well, I would have to completely cut off the campaign at that point and be like, okay, guys, nothing else can be donated to this film. It is a closed thing. However, we're not even close to that, so I don't have to worry about that. Thomas says, I'm really excited for your 24-hour live stream. It basically means that it's impossible for me to miss it. Usually it's late night, early morning here when you stream. The good news is that if you do have a life, which most of you guys do, the videos will be up on the YouTube channel permanently. So you can always come back and rewatch them or catch your favorite moments of all of us going insane. Reggie says, would this be the biggest budget for a film you've had? I guess theoretically, yes, but I have made a lot of, let's say, $15,000 to $20,000 films. So yes, 25,000 technically would be the biggest, but it's only because I want to make sure that it has, you know, obviously the best things going for it. George says, I'm a little late to the stream. When is the 24-hour stream? This Saturday, the 30th, starting at 6 a.m. Pacific time and going to, I guess, 6 or 6:30 Pacific time on the 31st. Charlie says, you should do Inland Empire on repeat for 24 hours. Charlie, I'm trying to raise money here, not drive people away from the channel. I actually gained like 6 subscribers yesterday, so I don't want to like tick them off and have them just go away. But yeah, it's kind of funny too. I mentioned this yesterday, but the channel still is lingering around 2,900 subscribers. Like this channel should have been at 3,000 subscribers like 5 months ago. But YouTube had to be silly and, you know, make me go to other YouTube channels to live stream. So that unfortunately killed a lot of the momentum for this channel, but hopefully we'll be able to bring it back. But you know, you guys should reach out to other like Twin Peaks pages, Twin Peaks sites, and, you know, let them know about this. A lot of them have been liking the tweets and retweeting them, so that's great. But you know, it would be great to get a lot more people on board. But you know, you can only do so much, guys. You know, I've been posting this thing and tweeting this out like crazy. You know, eventually you guys have to, you know, show me back. You know, I mean, I can't will this into happening. I can only just put it out there and keep putting it out there, and hopefully, you know, there'll be enough support that the project will get made. And like I said, if everyone who had contacted me, you know, came through with what they said that they were going to chip in, I wouldn't feel like, you know, like at the end of the race, like, come on guys, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. It would have been just pretty smooth sailing, but unfortunately, you know, it is what it is, as I keep saying, but you know, here we are just under 7,000. And a lot of you guys keep telling me, oh, you really want to see it. You really want to see it. And then it just keeps lingering at that 7,000 mark. So we got to kick this thing into high gear, get this project as much attention as possible. And hopefully, you know, we can get 200 more people to throw in $100 and we'll be there. All right, let's see here. Got some more people here. Mark says, are you going to take any Adderall or other drugs to stay awake that 24 hours? No, but I did, you know, come up with the schedule so that it wouldn't be too insane. Because if I had tried 6 p.m. to 6 p.m., that would have been insane for me, because then I would have to be up all night and then continue all day long. Whereas I'm usually up at 5 a.m. anyway. So to start at 6 a.m., it's not that big of a deal. I'm pretty much talking all day long anyway, so whether I'm on video or not. So basically, the only time I'm losing that I would be sleeping would be like midnight to 6 a.m. the next day. So I'm really only staying up an additional 6 hours, and then I can easily catch that up on, you know, the next morning. So yeah, I don't think it's going to be a problem. What's going to be a problem is keeping my voice going. So if I have other people on with me, I can, you know, rest my voice and take sips of tea or whatever. So Okay. Jared says, was it fun or stressful trying to write a story around the Twin Peaks canon mythology? Uh, it's not stressful. It's like kind of a fun challenge. And again, this is a story I thought up years and years ago, back in 1992. And obviously, with season 3, I've had to adjust a few things here and there. But for the most part, I haven't had to, because the new things that they threw in there only helped my story. I didn't have to like work around it too much. So that's great. And also, I just want to reiterate, the really cool thing about this fan film is that it's a piece of the story, a piece of the puzzle that David Lynch and Mark Frost are never, never going to go into. So I'm not treading on ground that they're gonna end up touching at some point. So that was very important to me. That was one of the reasons why I never tried to make this fan film in the last like couple years, let's say, because I was waiting to see what season 3 brought. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't stepping on their toes. This is very important to me. I'm not someone who's just like, well, Lynch and Frost didn't do it my way, so I'm going to just do this over here. It's not about contradicting them. It's not about trying to do it better than them. It's trying to complement the great work that they do. So, let's see. Denise Azine says, what are the perks on Indiegogo? Did you put those up? Yes, they are all on the link. Just go to the Indiegogo site. The link is down below on the thread. Hopefully you guys can see the donate thing below on my shirt. And hopefully it's coming out. I'm trying this new thing on Google Hangouts. So Constantine says, if I had a spare 18,000, I would give it to you. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. I'm not looking for someone to just throw in $18,000 though. But that would be very sweet if you could. He says, you've made the Lynch summer more exciting. Your videos was paired for the episodes for me, or love you. Thank you very much. Yeah, I kind of made a deliberate decision when Twin Peaks came out, that instead of doing a bunch of videos about a bunch of different subjects, that I would just kind of dedicate the channel solely to this summer of Lynch. And it's been a great time. Charlie says, I will post the live stream on Reddit. Oh, thank you. Also, maybe start a new Reddit thread and let people know about the project. Maybe the last thread that started, people just didn't notice it. If you're really good on Reddit, which I'm not, I don't really frequent it that much, but if you are, throw it out there, start a new thread. We'll see what happens. Reggie says, yes, let's do a Twin Peaks watch along with Amy Shields. That would be great. Steve says, hello, everyone. Mark says, nicotine is a drug and caffeine is a drug. Okay, Irene. Let's see here. Now you guys are going into all the stuff about Irene. By the way, Mark in here, who's having a great time, he has started up his own YouTube channel and starting to do Twin Peaks related videos himself. So if you are in the chat, definitely give him a sub and encourage him to do more videos. His YouTube channel is MarcLarocque. So he's a huge Lynch fan, and give him some support. Let's see here. Charlie says, what are you doing for music if the film gets made? I'm a very Lynch-inspired musician. If you need anything, sure. You would be surprised of how many musicians who have contacted me saying, I really want to throw some music towards your film. So that's great. It's going to be a combo. It's going to be a combo between original music, some obviously Badalamenti stuff, all types of music together. Again, this is a project that they can't make any money. So, I'm pretty much free to do whatever I want. So that's kind of a great thing. Let's see here. Yoka says, when is the marathon? I don't want to miss it. Like the fire walk with me, watch along. It is this Saturday, 6 a.m. to Sunday, 6 a.m. Pacific time. if you are awake anytime during that 24 hours, we will be live. So, and anything you miss, you'll be able to catch up on. And Jason says, good luck, Cameron, rest up. Well, that's why I haven't been doing a lot of videos this week, because I'm trying to rest my voice. Reggie says, do you expect this fan film to pick up any Golden Globe Awards? No. But thank you for asking. I'm sure that was in a joke. But anyway, let's real quick take a look at this. So the Indiegogo site, we've had 80 backers so far, which is incredible. We've raised 28% of the goal, which is $25,000. It is at 69.48 right now. Let me just make sure. Let me check my email right now. Maybe somebody has been kind and donated already. Oh, there has been a donation here. Norman has sent in a wonderful donation. Thank you so much. So let me update this here. So, okay, so the total right now is at 69.58, 81 backers. So again, 28% of the 25,000 have been raised. Obviously, once this hits 7,000, we have 18,000 to go before I can even get any of this money. So obviously, the more support, the better. Obviously, you know, it'd be 18 people at $1,000 a piece, or 36 at 500, or, you know, I try to look at it as, let's do 200 people at $100 a pop. That would be really great. And that would be, you know, not so hard on a lot of people's bank accounts. And again, if you donate and it doesn't hit the total, you get the money back. But I'm trying to get a little more than 25,000, to be honest, because Indiegogo does take a certain percentage from the donation. So, you know, obviously to get that full amount, I'm looking to get a little bit more than 25,000. That being said, all it has to do is hit that 25,000 mark, and then we are good to go. All right. Sean's on here saying, hey, Cameron. Hello, Sean. And Yoka or Joka, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know how to pronounce your name, is yelling, thank you. So thank you. Are you guys seeing this donate to Queen of Hearts Indiegogo thing like on the screen? Because it's on my screen, but I just want to make sure it's on your screen, because I really want this thing on there for Saturday's insane 24-hour marathon. So please let me know in the chat. But yeah, okay, cool. You guys are seeing it. Fantastic. Yeah. Frank was telling me, he's like, you gotta have something like this on the screen. And I looked into it, and again, all these programs out there were like charging $500,000 a year to do it. And I was like, I can't do that. So, thankfully, Google Hangouts did come up with a new app that you can do this right in the nick of time. So that's perfect. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, any other comments, we will address them. If not, I will go and get ready for Saturday. Yoga says, who is the woman in your profile pic? That is actually a friend of mine. And we used to run a movie theater. She was a manager at the movie theater as well. And her and her boyfriend went up and started doing all these like really cool, like sexy pictures in the projection room. And when I saw that picture, I thought, that is perfect. I love that picture. And you know, this was years ago. So I said, can I use that? I totally want to use that as my obnoxious anonymous profile pic. And she goes, yeah, go ahead. You know, thinking I was probably going to do this thing for like a few weeks, not knowing it was going to be years. So anyway, I love it because it's just kind of, it's cool, it's sexy, it's mysterious, and it has to do with film. And, you know, it's kind of, to me, it kind of works on all levels. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay, George says this will be a good old-fashioned telethon. Yes, it will. With who knows who will show up. You know, you never know. I mean, when we did the finale show, I mean, you know, we had, you know, Sabrina Sutherland showed up, and you know, Lisa Coronado showed up, and there was a lot of great people coming in and out. And then that day that Hal and I did that one video, then Amy Shields showed up. So again, you never know who's going to show up on these things. And we've gotten a lot of likes and retweets from people in the Twin Peaks community, even celebrities. And even a surprise donation, if you will, from a celebrity. Um, yeah, I'll just say it. Why not? Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman donated to the Queen of Hearts campaign. So I was checking, and I was like, oh my God, Corey Feldman. I looked into it. It was indeed Corey Feldman. So Corey Feldman taking time away from trying to prosecute child molesters in Hollywood, donated to the Queen of Hearts campaign. So thank you so much, Corey, if you are watching these videos. Let's see. Reggie says you should put the link in your Twitter and the Facebook bios. Yeah, I mean, but I've been posting this thing like crazy. I mean, so much so that I'm sure I'm driving everybody nuts. But again, you gotta do what you gotta do. Sean says Frank and Hal should play Sam and Chet in your fan film. Well, unfortunately, Sam and Chet are not in the movie, but maybe I could shoot a whole prologue. Throw in $40,000 and we'll shoot a prologue. Let's see. Gustav says that was a good camera angle on the latest Blu-ray vid. Thanks. That was shot on that back shelf over there. George says unrelated, but the Blu-rays fixed the captions on part 7. It says anybody's seen Billy now. Fantastic. That was something that Sabrina Sutherland did say that was going to be fixed for the Blu-ray release. So that's great. Let's see. Everyone's saying, wow, epic. What the hell? Reggie says, did Michael J. Anderson donate yet? No, he has not, nor have I contacted him asking him to donate. Shirley says, we should ask Balthazar Getty. We know he got the moolah. Let's get Balthazar Getty on this podcast. That would be great. But let's take a second and brainstorm people you would like to see on the 24-hour marathon, and maybe we can come up with a way of trying to get them on here. Because I remember that day that Amy Shields came on, I said to you guys in the chat, hey, we should get Amy on, and you guys were like, yeah, let's do it. And then she got bombarded with so many tweets that she started following us, and then she contacted me privately, and then we were in discussion, and then she showed up on the show like within an hour. That was an amazing turnaround. Yeah, let's instead of bombarding people on the 30th, maybe we should start bombarding them now and get them ready so that they know to throw in 5-10 minutes of their time if they're available. Let's see. George says Annie, Hal. Well, the staples that have been on this on these videos will definitely, hopefully, be here at some point. They won't be able to stay the full 24 hours, nor would I ever ask them to. That would be insane. Reggie says Michael J. Anderson and Jeremy Lindholm would be great guests. Michael J. Anderson might show up and start causing a lot of trouble, which I've invited him on before, and he's kind of like interested and then way not interested. Just you kind of have to get him in the right moment. Jeremy Lindholm, I believe, is still in jail, so I don't think that's possible. Although I will tell you this, I'm sure some of you guys know this already, but Jeremy Lindholm was supposed to be on the podcast with Hal and I going over the episode, initial thoughts episode of a video. And he contacted me that day saying, sorry, something's come up. I'm not going to be able to make it. And I thought, okay, great. Well, maybe next week. Well, then he was arrested for trying to kill his girlfriend. So if he had done the podcast with Hal and me, he would not be in jail right now. So anyway, Michael Sarah. Well, again, all these people you're talking about, you want to see them on the show, contact them, tweet at them, get their attention, and have them contact us, follow us, and I'll send them a direct message and we'll see what we can do. Yoka says Al Strobel. Oh, I'd love to talk to Al Strobel. Reggie says Tom Sizemore. Well, I don't know if Tom Sizemore being on the podcast would bring in more money towards the film or whether it would just become tabloid fodder. So Charlie says Ike the Spike. George says Sabrina Sutherland. I would love to have Sabrina on because she's wonderful. I just want to say I just don't really have the guts to ask her to come on to a podcast that is dedicated solely that day to raising money for a Twin Peaks fan film that she doesn't have anything to do with, because obviously, they're all in close cahoots with Showtime, and that would look like complete favoritism. And I don't want to put her in that position, if you understand that. So Steve says, yes, Annie, Hal, Mandy, and Frank. Like I said, the people who frequent these podcasts on a regular basis will be here, hopefully. Norman says the 119 lady. Oh, wouldn't that be great? The 119 lady. I don't even know her name, but find out who she is and let's put her on there. George says James Marshall. Hey, listen, James Marshall would be great. He's a wonderful, wonderful guest. He's been on here before. That being said, Twin Peaks has kind of made him, given him a little more opportunities now, being in this again. So he's busy doing other projects. And so I've reached out to him trying to get him back on, and he's just always super, super busy. But hey, go ahead. Sven says we should get Robin Lively. I don't know if I should even distinguish that with a comment, but hey, if you want to see her on, let her know. I'll talk to anybody. George says Dana Ashbrook. Yeah, he would be great. He's a great guest. He hasn't been on my show, but he has talked with other people I know, and their interviews are always great. Beljar Girl says, I'm late to the conversation today. Hi, everyone. Hello, Beljar Girl. Glad to have you back. George says, Nadine. Yeah, let's get Wendy Roby on here. That'd be great. Charlie says, literally anyone from Twin Peaks. Okay, great. So again, like I said, anybody you want to see, send them a Facebook message, send them a tweet, tag us on it, on the tweets at least, and say, hey, follow this person. They're doing a 24-hour Twin Peaks stream. They'd love to have you on as a guest. And obviously, if they like it, then I will be able to see they liked it, and then I'll be able to contact them. But I myself am going to be contacting people over the next 2 days anyway. So if we're all kind of letting them know about this kind of thing, then there'll be more interest in them coming on. Do you think Amy Shields would have come on this podcast if it had just been myself saying, hey, do you want to come on as a guest? She may have, but I think having 75 tweets aimed at her in 1 hour telling her to do it definitely gave her the the drive to come on immediately. And then when her Google Hangout thing wasn't working, so she had to come on via my phone, it was like the most primitive thing ever, but it was adorable, and everyone was shocked and surprised that there she was. Even Hal was blushing, and that was something I don't normally see. Beljar Girl says Dana Ashbrook for sure. Lights Above says, if Michael J. Anderson came on and went nuts, your fundraising campaign would go viral. It would. But the ironic thing is it would go viral after the campaign was over. And so it wouldn't help anyway. Beljar Girl says, Heather Graham, laugh out loud. I don't know if that's something that is totally laugh out loud. I will say this, though. I have reached out to Heather Graham a few times just to see if she would come on even as a guest. But obviously she's super, super busy still. So that's been kind of near impossible to even get her attention. But I don't know, if 100 of you guys send her tweets saying, come on the show, maybe she won't be able to ignore that, so. Mr. Petroffi says the vlog lady currently in development. Hopefully she will have some time during that 24 hours to show up. Yoka says the older lady slot addict. Yeah. Oh, the Mr. Jackpots lady. That would be adorable. Norman says vlog lady could read some of her Twin Peaks fan fiction. Hey, you know what? The other day she talked about how she normally writes horror stories. I want to hear some of those. I want to hear some of the vlog lady's horror stories. I think the vlog lady should take a lot of her short stories, obviously not the Twin Peaks ones because she couldn't do that, but take some of her horror short stories and do an Amazon self-publishing. That would be great. I know myself, I'm looking to write a novella sometime this year and do sort of a self-publishing thing on Amazon. So that would be great if the Vlog Lady and Cameron from Obnoxious Anonymous both had books come out this year. That would be amazing, as well as the Queen of Hearts Twin Peaks fan film. But all right, guys. Well, we're almost at an hour. Any last comments? Any last thoughts? And we will discuss them. Let me check my email again just to see if there's any more updates. Oh, there has been an update. All right, let's see where we are here. Okay, Cindy has contributed to the film. Thank you so much, Cindy. So now we have 82 backers. The total now is $69.68. We are $32 away from hitting the $7,000 mark. We're still at 28% at the 25,000 fixed goal, with 10.5 days left in the campaign. And yeah, so thank you guys for all your support. I really appreciate it. Hopefully this will continue. I don't want to have to, it would be great if obviously the contributions kept coming over the next couple days, as well as the 24-hour marathon. Because it would be great if, we only had to raise, 10,000 over the 24-hour marathon as opposed to 18,000. That would be obviously a lot less pressure, a lot less stress. But it is going to be crazy. It is truly going to be one of those old-fashioned telethons where it's like just the host just talking nonstop, guests coming on. I should have like one of those little thermometer things in the back that shows the tally marks of how much money is being raised. That would be hilarious. But yeah, so we'll see what happens. But it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. 24 hours. No other, as far as I'm aware of, no other Twin Peaks podcast or video podcast has ever tried to do the 24-hour thing. So this will be a first. So we'll see how much attention we get right there. Let's see. Yoka says, "Is your novella Twin Peaks related?" No, it's not. I can't publish anything that has to do with Twin Peaks and get money for it. So there it is. Belljar Girl says, "Yes, a Jerry Lewis telethon style." Basically, it would be. I should show up in like a tux and everything, and that'd be great. But Charlie says, "I can't wait. It's going to be awesome." I hope so, because without you guys in the chat, this is going to be one long day. It's already going to be a long day, but let's make it not so long, not feel so long. Lights Above says, "Come on, Twin Peaks fans, donate." I agree. Again, I just want to say, so many people reached out to me about, hey, I'll throw in this much. And so, look, I did the budget, what I needed to do it well, looked at what people were going to say and they were willing to donate, came up with the budget. And a lot of those people haven't shown up. So I'm kind of hoping that they do kind of wake up and be like, hey, that's right, I did say I was going to do that. So if they don't, then I'm kind of counting on all you guys. And again, these videos get so many views, a lot of them. So let's break it down number wise. If 200 of you who watch this video or watch any of the videos throw in $100, we'll be there. It's as simple as that. If the project doesn't reach its goal, you get that $100 back. So win-win for everybody. Reggie says Jen Lynch should come back on. She's, as you know, incredibly busy now. She is like in I don't know, the top 10 most requested TV directors right now. So I managed to interview her at a time when she had a lot of time. So I was very lucky. Charlie says, everyone is waiting for payday. I'm so broke. Laugh out loud. As I've said before, if you're not able to donate, I totally understand. I don't hold that against anybody. But definitely help out by posting the link places, go to Twitter, post it there, retweet stuff that I send out, contact people in the Twin Peaks community, let them know, hey, you should be talking about this, get other Twin Peaks podcasts that kind of mention it. And go on Reddit, start a Reddit thread. Keep the Reddit thread going. If you see it hasn't been moving in a while, get it going again. Every post kind of takes it back to the top, right? So that's if you have a YouTube channel, make a video that supports the film, and I will post it everywhere. Basically just kind of help me out there if you're not able to donate yourself, because every bit of communication, every bit of notifications on your part helps me, because I am right now I'm a one person operation here, so I can only do so much during my day. Yoka says, everyone go to the casino, someone will hit the jackpot for Cameron. It would be great, huh? If you could just be like, hello, and just get all the money, and then I could make like what, a $3 million Twin Peaks fan film. That would be incredible. Then I'd have the Mitchum brothers for real trying to whoop me. But all right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up pretty soon here. I don't want to take up too much of your time, although you guys seem to be having a great time in there. Oh my goodness, we have another contribution here. Let me refresh now. This is fun. This is what it's pretty much gonna be like for Saturday, I think. All right. It's taking me a second here. Okay. So we are at 83 backers now. Contributor Maps to the Stars has donated. Thank you very much, Maps to the Stars. I really appreciate it. The total now is at $69.78. We are $22 away from hitting the 7,000 mark. Still at 28% raised of the $25,000 goal, with 10.5 days left. Now, today's Thursday. Probably not going to do a video tomorrow just to kind of save my voice. So when we come back, the campaign will be at 9 days left, and we'll probably end up having to, hopefully not having to raise all that much, but yeah, we are down to the wire, everybody. We are down to the wire. So if you guys want to see this movie, then you kind of have to help out in any way you can, because we are down to the nitty gritty. I actually thought, based off what people had said they were going to contribute, I thought we were going to hit or be very close to this goal at this point. I thought we were going to be at 23,000 at this point. But surprise, surprise. So right now I feel like we're going to be scraping for that last inch, but I think we can do it. I really do believe we can do it. And I wouldn't be putting all this attention, all this, all this emotion and drive into something that was just going to be some throwaway, like, oh yeah, that was stupid and nice or whatever. Like, listen, I'm really doing this because I firmly believe that this would be. Listen, we don't know when they're going to put out another Twin Peaks announcement as to if there's going to be a standalone thing or a season 4 or whatever. So in a way, this is kind of like keeping the Twin Peaks magic alive, besides just, reposting pictures and, a little news article here and there. This is kind of, to me, I feel like we are keeping that Twin Peaks dream alive. And again, like I said, because the story is not something that's intruding on anything Mark Frost or David Lynch want to do anyway, I feel like it's kind of a cool little pocket of continuity that is just not being explored and is not going to be explored. So that's why I really would like to explore it myself. And yeah, so like I say at the Indiegogo site, this has been a lifelong dream to make a film about Annie Blackburn and Wyndham Earle and Caroline and Cooper and all that. And I think, yeah, I really do believe you guys would really enjoy it. And so that's where we are. All right, let's see if there's any other last comments here before we go. Mark says almost 7,000. Just need 18,000 more. That's right, Mark. Charlie says, catch you Saturday. Bye, guys. Thank you. Richard Austin says, hey, Cameron, Merry Christmas. Charlie says, can you extend the time frame if needed? Well, here's the thing. I have a set time frame when I can shoot this film. And in order to shoot it at that time, I need a certain amount of time to prep it and get everything, get the locations, the permits, the actors, etc. So in order to do that, I have to have things happen at certain times. So uh, theoretically, I will say this. Theoretically, yes, you can still donate to the campaign even after the date is done. But I really don't want that to happen, because if people know that they can donate, a little bit more after the date is done, then I'm not going to know how much is coming in, so I won't be able to plan accordingly, and I won't be able to, pay people at certain points during the pre-production, and that will be incredibly tough. So I kind of need before the date is over, just so I can, even if, listen, obviously I want to hit the goal, but if we hit something like 24,500, uh, at the end of the goal date, then obviously I'm going to know that at a certain point we'll hit over 25,000, and I'll be able to go. So let's just kind of cut out all that nonsense and just raise the 25,000 over the next, 11 days. That would be great. Let's see here. Richard said, I finally got a Blu-ray player. Now I can finally watch The Missing Pieces and get the season 3 extras. I love my wife. I'm glad. Did you get the Missing Pieces and the season 3 as well, or just the Blu-ray player? That's what I want to know. Oh boy. You guys are talking about each other's wives on the chat. So on that note, everybody, yeah, we will continue this, but thank you very much, you guys, for watching, and really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your support. Be sure to like these videos, share the videos, just get the word out there, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But yeah, again, let me just say, if you're on Reddit, start a Reddit thread and let's get this out there. If you want to see some of the Twin Peaks celebrities on the marathon, tweet to them, Facebook message them, tag us on the tweets, let them know, so that, and then if they like the tweet, I can contact them and hopefully get them on the show. That would be great. And yeah, so let's just, over the next 10 days, let's get this happening, let's get this going, because I think it would be super fun if over 2018, if the channel also had, as I've been saying, like featurettes that would show you the making of this movie as well as the finished film. I think that would just be incredible. You could see how I go crazy more or less trying to make this awesome independent Twin Peaks fan film. To me, I think that would be great, and I would love to take this channel into new and exciting and different places. And I think that would also help separate this channel from other Twin Peaks podcasts even more. Is now we are putting our money where our mouth is, and we're going to do something in the Twin Peaks vein, and we're going to take it seriously, we're going to do it truthfully, and do the best we can. So, all right, guys, you guys take it easy. Really appreciate you guys taking your time on this Thursday morning to discuss all this with me. Let me know if you have any more comments. Just throw it in the comment section below, and yeah, we will see. I'm already going crazy, I think, just thinking about 24 hours. But yeah, I will see you in a couple days at 6 a.m. Pacific time. In the meantime, you guys take it easy, and talk to you soon. Bye.